Multiple choice questions for Vietnam Distribution Safety. Which unit is the Operation Management Unit? Answer. It is the unit directly managing the operation of the power project. Who are the operating staff at the power management team? Answer. On-duty staff/workers operating and manipulating the power grid. What is working with electricity? Answer. It is the work on energized equipment, using specialized equipment and tools. How many volts is low voltage defined as? Answer. Below 1000 V. How many volts is high voltage defined as? Answer. From 1000 V and above, when receiving an order that poses a risk to the safety of people or equipment. What rights does the recipient have? Answer. Do not comply. Report to the immediate superior/competent authority if the person giving the order does not approve. When discovering someone has been electrocuted, what must the discoverer do? Answer. Find the fastest way to separate the victim from the circuit and give first aid. How many levels are there to classify risks? Answer. 4. Do not allow on-site operation of outdoor switching equipment in bad weather conditions, rain creating currents, thunderstorms, floods, winds from level 06 or higher. True or false? Answer 1. True. What is the safe distance when working near 22 kV voltage without a fence? Answer 0.1 meter. Safe distance when working near 22 kV power lines and equipment with barriers is not less than how much? Answer 0.6 meters. Safe distance for low voltage grid is how much? Answer 0.3 meters. Please state the distance to ensure electrical safety when working near 22 kV power lines. Electrical safety distance without barriers greater than or equal to 1 meter. Electrical safety distance with barriers greater than or equal to 0.6 meters. Minimum allowable distance, 0.6 meters. Safe distance from electrical discharge for equipment, tools, and vehicles, except specialized vehicles for electrical repair, greater than or equal to 4 meters. What is one of the organizational measures to ensure safety when working at electrical equipment? Answer. Work according to work order/work order. What jobs must be performed according to the worksheet? Answer. Jobs with risk level of level 2 or higher. Working with high voltage power lines/equipment. Power cut. Live/near high voltage power lines. Working with low voltage power lines/equipment. Overhaul major repair. Replace pole mainline wires. Replace move power poles, move connection points. If there are many work units on the electrical equipment and power grid, when is the power turned on? Answer. All worksheets of the work units have been locked. When is the operation of turning on power to the equipment that has been cut off during work performed? Answer. All worksheets of the related work units have been locked to ensure that the equipment will be energized absolutely safely. The workplace has removed signs and temporary barriers during work, if any, and replaced the permanent barriers. At the operational location of the Operation Management Unit, all signs indicating the presence of a work unit on the diagram have been removed. When opening the screen door to check the operating equipment, what minimum level of electrical safety must the inspector have? Answer. Because the person has electrical safety level 3 or higher. When discovering someone has been electrocuted, what must the person do? Answer. Find every way to separate the victim from the circuit. To rescue a victim of electric shock after being separated from the circuit, we must perform artificial respiration and mouth-to-mouth resuscitation immediately upon discovering what? Answer. The victim stops breathing, the whole body convulses like death. When rescuing a victim of electric shock after being separated from the circuit, if the victim loses consciousness, light breathing, weak heartbeat, what must be done? Answer. Place the victim in a ventilated place, loosen pants, shirt, belt, remove saliva from the mouth, lay the victim on his side, rub the whole body to warm it up. When discovering a person has been electrocuted on a low voltage line, if the power source cannot be cut off, what measures should be taken? Answer. Stand on a table/chair/dry wooden board, wear rubber slippers/boots, wear rubber gloves to pull the victim away from the circuit. Use your hand to grab the victim's dry clothes to pull him, her out/use a wooden stick or dry bamboo to push the wire/push the victim to separate him, her out. Use insulated pliers/hammer/axe with a wooden handle to cut off the circuit that is causing the accident. Do not touch the victim directly. When discovering an electric shock victim who is still wheezing and has a weak heartbeat, artificial respiration must be performed and the heart must be pressed against the chest. True or false? Answer. False. What measures should be taken immediately to rescue the victim when separating the person who has been electrocuted from the circuit? The victim has stopped breathing, the heart has stopped beating? Answer. Take the victim to a ventilated place, loosen the clothes, belt, remove the tongue from the mouth and pull the tongue, if the tongue is retracted. Perform the general resuscitation method continuously until the victim is awake or has the opinion of a doctor. What should be done when encountering a broken wire that has fallen to the ground or is still hanging? Answer. There are measures to prevent people from getting closer than 10 m, including yourself. If it is a place where people pass by, assign someone to stand guard and immediately notify the on-duty dispatcher/shift leader operating the power grid. If another person is assigned to stand guard, the safety measures must be explained in detail to the guard. according to the electrical safety procedure, who is the direct commander? Answer, the person responsible for assigning, commanding and supervising the employees of the work unit during the entire work process. According to the electrical safety procedure, who is the work leader? Answer, the person in general charge when the work is performed by many work units of the same electricity organization. What are the conditions when working with electricity? Answer, the list of electrical work must be approved by the company's leadership. Workers must be trained and coached in accordance with the equipment, processes and technology provided. Construction plans and safety measures must be approved before implementation and have a work implementation process. Which of the following jobs require a new work order? Answer, jobs with changed content or expanded scope of work. How many positions, including staff positions, are on a work order? Answer, 7 positions. Which positions are not allowed to be held concurrently in a work order? Answer, direct commander and permitting person. What electrical safety level must the person issuing the work order have? Answer, electrical safety level 5. Answer, electrical safety level 5. What electrical safety level must the person authorizing the work order have? What electrical safety level must the person authorizing the work order have? Answer, electrical safety level 4 or higher. In which of the following cases is it necessary to assign a leader to the job? Answer, the work units are not in the same electricity organization. What is the electrical safety level of the person leading the job? Answer, electrical safety level 5. Who is responsible before the law for ensuring compliance with the requirements of the electrical safety level and the positions in the work order and work order of the work unit stated in the work registration certificate? Answer, work unit. What are the requirements for level 5 electrical safety personnel, in addition to the requirements of level 4 electrical safety? Answer, know how to coordinate with other work units, lead the work, organize the implementation of safety measures and monitor the implementation of the work. Time to resolve incidents? Answer, no later than 1 hour after receiving the registration from the work unit. Time to resolve unplanned work? Answer, no later than 12 hours after receiving the work registration. Time to register planned work? Answer, no later than 7 days before the start of the work. When visually inspecting lines and equipment, only one person is needed to inspect. True or false? Answer, true. When visually inspecting lines and equipment, what safety measures must be taken? Answer, the line must be considered to be energized. Inspection must be conducted on the ground, and there must be a flashlight at night. Pay attention to sagging and broken wires. What consequences can occur if too many plugs are plugged in at the same time? Answer, overheating can lead to fire. When unplugging an electrical outlet, how should it be unplugged? Answer, hold the plug tightly to unplug it. Which of the following materials, including rubber, copper, aluminum, and iron, is an insulating material? Answer, rubber. Under normal conditions, how much alternating voltage can be dangerous to a person's life when directly exposed to it? Answer, 42 volt. What is the maximum current value that is dangerous to a person? Answer, AC 10 mA and DC 50 mA. What is the distance to ensure electrical safety when working near a 110 kV power station? Answer, electrical safety distance without a fence greater than or equal to 1.5 m. Electrical safety distance with a fence greater than or equal to 1.5 m. Minimum allowable distance is 1 m. Discharge safety distance for equipment, tools, and vehicles, except specialized vehicles for electrical repair, greater than or equal to 6 m. In which cases is it not allowed to work on equipment in the station? Answer, equipment in operation has lost power. Equipment has been cut off but not grounded. Backup equipment. What regulations must be followed when entering the power station? Answer, it is forbidden to allow unauthorized people to enter the station. For those who come to visit and research, they must be guided by the leader of the operation management unit, or technician. When entering a workstation or visiting, you must respect the station's regulations. Those who enter for the first time must be given detailed instructions. When entering an unmanned power station, what regulations must be followed? Answer, there are measures to prevent unauthorized people from entering the station. There is a process for managing operations and coordinating between units. It is necessary to ensure conditions for remote control and remote monitoring according to current regulations. When working at an energized circuit breaker cabinet, what safety measures must be taken? Answer, do not allow working in a circuit breaker compartment if the upper or lower jaw is still energized. The circuit breaker cabinet door must be closed and locked after pulling the circuit breaker out. Hang a sign, no entry. High voltage is dangerous and fatal, on both the front and back of the circuit breaker cabinet. When working on-site, pulling out / putting into the operating position of high voltage switching equipment, what safety measures must be taken? Answer, wear high voltage insulating gloves, high voltage insulating boots, or wear high voltage insulating gloves. Stand on an insulating chair / mat suitable for the voltage level. Requirements for remote operation? Answer, performed by 02 people, 1 supervisor, 1 direct operator, except in the case of emergency troubleshooting. Under what conditions is remote operation of the grounding switch allowed? Answer: the interlock circuit of the grounding switch has been tested, accepted, and put into operation. It must be determined that the line or electrical equipment has lost power based on voltage parameters or confirmation from the operator present at the power station. It must be determined that the on-site status of the circuit breaker and related isolating switch has been fully opened through confirmation from the operator at the location of the switching device or the operation monitoring camera. When the circuit breaker is energized, is it allowed to operate the circuit breaker at the control cabinet of the circuit breaker? Answer: operation is not allowed, except to prevent incidents or rescue people from electrical accidents, in which cases is it allowed to press the on-site circuit breaker operation button. Answer: the circuit breaker is definitely no longer energized. Which of the following tasks is the task of the high-voltage grid on-duty officer? Answer: update information, report to the company's dispatching team, the high-voltage grid enterprise S leadership, and convey the command to handle the incident to the line operation management team, power station, mobile operation team, to deploy troubleshooting and monitor the implementation process. Mobile operation on-site operations are performed under the orders of which unit? Answer: dispatching shift, company control center. The high voltage grid enterprise is organized to write and approve operation forms within the scope of how many 110 kV transformer stations? Answer: 01 transformer station. The high voltage power grid enterprise is organized to write and approve operation forms within the scope of 01 110 kV transformer station. In this case, the operation form only has steps for checking status and on-site operations, without remote operation items. True or false? Answer: true. The high voltage grid enterprise is organized to write and approve operation forms within the scope of 01 110 kV transformer station. In this case, the operation form has steps for checking status, on-site operation, and remote operation. True or false? Answer: false. In which cases is the high voltage grid enterprise organized to write and approve operation forms within the scope of 01 110 kV transformer station to operate on-site equipment? Answer: operation of equipment that has not been connected to remote control, operation of pulling out / putting the circuit breaker into operating position, operation of closing the grounding switch in the 110 kV transformer station. In which cases does the operator not need to create an operation form but must fully record the operation steps in the operation logbook before performing the operation? Answer: troubleshooting, operation with no more than 03 steps, performed at the control center / operation by remote control. The operation has no more than 05 steps, performed at the dispatching levels with control authority. How are the operation forms regulated? Answer: must be clear, not be edited or erased, and clearly show which wiring diagram the form is written for. Any change in the operation content to match the actual wiring diagram must be approved by the person approving the form, must be recorded in the unusual events in the operation section, must be numbered according to regulations. How long is the operation form not related to the incident / accident stored? Answer: 03 months. What is the time limit for transferring the operation form according to the plan to the operator directly performing the operation? Answer: 45 minutes before the expected operation time. What are the forms of transferring the operation form between the units participating in the operation? Answer: read by phone, transfer by fax / mail / other online form, transfer directly. During the operation, if there are warnings or equipment problems and abnormal phenomena, what should the supervisor and operator do? Answer: stop the operation to check and find the cause before performing the next operations. In which cases is it allowed to temporarily stop the operation? Answer: continuous operation time lasting more than 4 hours for the operator directly at the transformer station. Operation performed outdoors in bad weather conditions. During the operation, an incident occurs or there is a warning of an abnormal phenomenon. What is the minimum electrical safety level for the supervisor and operator in the operation sheet? Answer: supervisor level 4 electrical safety, operator level 3 electrical safety. Which of the following tasks is the task of the dispatching shift, company control center? Answer: commanding operations, performing remote operations on equipment at 110 kV transformer stations and on the 22 kV grid. After performing remote operations on equipment on the 22 kV grid, the dispatching shift, company control center must notify which position? Answer: on-duty operation of the power management team. The mobile operation duty has the task of receiving operation orders from the dispatching shift, company control center, performing equipment status checks, after the control center performs remote operations, and performing on-site operations on equipment in the 110 kV transformer station according to the operation sheet. True or false? Answer: true. The mobile operation duty is responsible for receiving operation orders from the dispatching shift, company control center, performing equipment status checks and remote operations of equipment in the 110 kV transformer station according to the operation form. True or false? Answer: false. When receiving the operation form from the dispatching shift, company control center, The high-voltage grid operator transfers this operation form to the mobile operation duty to prepare to perform the operation according to the direct order from the dispatching shift company control center. True or false? Answer: true. Who are the positions of the people approving the planned operation form at the company dispatching department? Answer: head/deputy head of dispatching department or authorized person. Who are the positions of the people approving the unscheduled operation form at the company dispatching department? Answer: head/deputy head of dispatching department. Main duty/shift leader/shift leader in charge of dispatching duty. What are the responsibilities of the dispatching unit related to work on the power system? Answer: establish and approve the operating method, power outage schedule, notify and send the approved power outage schedule to the operation management units, command the power outage operation, hand over the power line and electrical equipment to the operation management unit according to the regulations and approved time. Hang tags/other forms to identify the working unit performing the work on the power line and electrical equipment. Restore the power line and electrical equipment when the operation management unit finishes the work. Carry out the procedures for handing over the power line and electrical equipment to put into operation. Which responsibility is not the responsibility of the dispatching unit related to the work on the power system? Answer: actively coordinate with the working unit and the operation management unit to implement the work according to the plan. Which responsibility is the responsibility of the dispatching unit related to the work on the power system? Answer: establish and approve the operating method, power outage schedule, notify and send the approved power outage schedule to the operation management units, agree with relevant operation management units on progress and organize work units suitable for the work, actively coordinate with work units, operation management units to implement work according to plan. Which of the following tasks is the task of the dispatching shift company control center related to operations and work on the 110 kV power grid? Answer: command operations, perform remote operations on equipment at the 110 kV transformer station. After completing the operation, notify the operation team on duty, hand over the high voltage grid. Order the mobile operation to check the status of equipment/on-site operations of equipment in the 110 kV transformer station according to the operation sheet. Exchange information with the high voltage grid on duty to perform work at the 110 kV transformer station according to the worksheet. Which of the following tasks is not the task of the dispatching shift company control center? Answer: mobilizing, assigning tasks and monitoring the operation shift. On duty at the dispatching shift, company control center is given operation orders to which positions to receive operation orders? Answer: on duty at the power management team, head of the control center, on duty at the mobile operation team of the high voltage power grid enterprise, on duty at the dispatching shift, company control center exchanges information. Cutting/turning on power, registering work, handing over/receiving equipment status, with which positions to perform work on the 22 kV power grid according to the worksheet? Answer: on duty at the power management team. In which cases does the company dispatching level organize the writing, approval and transfer of operation sheets to the lower level operation shifts and command operations? Answer: the equipment is under the control of the company's dispatching department and at the same time when there is coordination of equipment operations at many power stations power plants with the dispatching shift department, control center power management team mobile operation team. Participating in the operation according to 01 operation form, the equipment is under the control of the company's dispatching department and at the same time when there is remote operation from the dispatching level. Who is the person writing the plan operation form at the company's dispatching department? Answer: method officer. Who is the person writing the unscheduled operation form at the company's dispatching department? Answer: dispatcher on duty at the dispatching shift. Thank you very much for your companionship. See you again in the next videos with many special genres.